Hello, this is Scott. Welcome to my series on basic or beginner stats in R. And so this will be the initial video, R200. I've done a lot of these on advanced techniques and everything under RXX. But before we get started, one of the very important things is the conceptual idea of what is a population parameter, sample, and statistic, because a lot of people they launch into statistics without even knowing these basic elements, and these are the core to everything, essentially. So let's talk about the four. We won't show any code today, but we will talk about these four concepts. So a population is defined by the observer. A population is any collection of elements under study, be that a business case or a scientific research case. And one of the things that confuses people is that populations include observations that haven't even been seen yet. For example, a process. So if you have a manufacturing process that's producing widgets and you're measuring characteristics of these widgets, semiconductors, whatever, then that is a part of the population, and it's in the future. The collection of objects is actually in the future. So a population could be historical, or it could be both historical and contain future elements. The parameter is essentially just a characteristic, typically a mathematical characteristic, such as a mean, right, an average of this population that is under study. And then a sample is any subset for the population. We don't normally measure all elements in a population. What we do is we measure a separate field from anything else. Actually, statistics is at the core of machine learning because we take samples and then we generate, using algorithms, we generate models. So this is a sample, and it's any collection, or I'm sorry, any subset from its population. And then lastly, a statistic is a characteristic of a sample. Again, so just like a parameter is a characteristic of a population, such as a mean, a statistic is a characteristic of a sample, again, such as a mean, and the mean of the sample that's collected, the standard deviation, et cetera, et cetera. So that as its core, if you remember those four easy pieces, it'll keep you from a lot of confusion in the future. Hopefully you can join me again.